All right. I will call to order this work session on January 5th, 2022. And it looks like this is the Jackie Nestor Jellin show today. What do you have for us? Oh, you are muted.
Thank you.
Yep, usually you're the one to say that to people.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year. So I just wanted to bring 3 items to the work session today, 2 of which are Scrivener's errors from ordinances that were passed during 2021. They were passed October 6, 2021, and I believe the 2 commissioners that were present that day were Lee Jones and Penny Gibbons. So what I did was put together a red line version. The ordinance themselves are not changing. It's just the cover pages that are changing. And I do apologize for this error. It came to my attention when we were doing a comprehensive overview of all of the ordinance amendments that we made this year to send to the legal department, because we keep really good track of those. And I went through this one and noted there were some errors that need to be corrected. So I've gone through and added those changes. And just again to note, this is able to be approved at the work session as there's a Scrivener's error. It doesn't change the effective date of the ordinance. And also it does not change the ordinance language itself, just the cover pages for those 2. So, and I have them both pulled up on the screen if there are any questions that you have.
If you would share your screen, that would be great.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Lots of meetings. Yeah,
there you go.
So here's the second text amendment. Blue text is some of the changes for the second amendment. And then the first amendment is here as well.
Can you enlarge that?
Yes.
That'd be great. And so we're talking about item A here, 2021-37, and also 2021-38, correct?
Correct. Yes, they both have similar Scrivener's errors related. And so these are changes that we have in the red text on the first item and blue text on the second item.
Right. So Mr. Cockrell, I assume that we could vote on this today since these are just in the cover sheets. Since I was not present for item A, would you be willing to call the roll on correcting the Scrivener's error in ordinance 2021-37 and just call the roll for Commissioners Githens and Jones?
Okay, Commissioner Githens?
Can I ask procedural? Do we need a motion?
Oh, yep, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I move that we correct the Scrivener's errors in in ordinance 2021-37 to amend the Monroe County zoning ordinance chapter 804.
That's actually 802.
Okay, so it says 804 on my worksheet agenda. So yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Can we have a motion? Can we get a second?
Second.
Right. Now we'll go ahead and call the roll on this.
Commissioner Githens?
Yes.
Commissioner Jones?
Yes.
And then Commissioner Thomas, I understand you're abstaining?
Yes, because I wasn't present originally.
Okay, so the motion is approved. 2 votes in favor and 1 abstention.
Great. Thank you so much. And can we get a motion on item B?
Move to approve correction of a Scrivener's error in ordinance 2021-38 to amend Monroe County zoning ordinance chapter 813.
Second. Great, we have a motion and a second. And again, this doesn't change the content of the ordinance. It is the cover sheet. Unless there are any comments or questions from the board. Mr. Cockrell, will you please call the roll to correct Scrivener's error in ordinance 2021-38?
Commissioner Thomas?
Yes.
Commissioner Githens,
Yes.
Commissioner Jones.
Yes.
Motion is approved, 3-0.
And thank you so much. And so can you go ahead and move on to item C for us, please?
Yes, so this is the work session meeting regarding the ordinance 2021-58. This is a new hearing or new meeting for a topic that is a plan unit development outline plan amendment 2 for Heritage Creek in Harrodsburg. I do have a quick slideshow on this one. So this is a outline plan amendment for Heritage Creek. It's comprised of two 5.93 acre parcels in section 29 of Clear Creek Township at approximately 9200 South Harrodsburg Road. The current zoning is PUD, and they're amending it to change the outline plan of that PUD to lessen the density from what was previously approved. So what they would like to have in this outline plan is to allow for 9 duplexes and 1 innkeeper or multi-use unit with a total of 19 units maximum. This would include a maximum of 55 bedrooms within, separated out into those 19 units. It's currently zoned plan and unit development, but the Plan Commission voted to expire the prior underlying zoning outline plan that would allow for quadplex because the petitioner was interested in taking forward a request for duplexes instead. So the purpose of this outline plan is to develop this lot. They've expressed interest in condominium type housing, so they would sell those individual units for ownership, and that they've expressed an interest in supporting housing for adults age 55 and over in the Harrodsburg community. So the comprehensive plan for this area has it as a designated community within Harrodsburg. There is sewer. This development will be located along sewer. And then also just an image of where we are in Harrodsburg in relation to Clear Creek Township, just south of Popcorn on Harrodsburg. The site is currently partially built out with infrastructure. There is a roadbed that needs to be regraded since time has passed since the original approval, and infrastructure installation was done in about 2005. There is detention on the site as well as an area, a creek or stream that goes through the property that's covered in an easement, and that easement will remain on the property. There's also sewer hookups, stormwater manholes. So the site does have some infrastructure already installed. And as I mentioned, the zoning is PUD. Here are some site photos of the site facing south on South Harrodsburg, and then the view of the roadbed that's been installed some time ago. Part of the petitioner's request will include a side path that connects where this fence and vegetation is. There's actually an asphalt trail that connects over to Popcorn, so they can avoid walking along Harrodsburg and connect into an existing path. And then the right side, just as I mentioned, some infrastructure that's already been installed. And then they're planning on having a hammerhead turnaround at the end of this parcel. There's no development currently to the west, but there is a lot there that will be buffered with this development. And then you also have the stormwater detention, but this will be going through normal channel reviews. If this does get approved, we will still have our MS4 review this and make any retrofit changes that need to happen to meet today's standards. When we took this to the Plan Commission, we did request that they either approve it with the conditions that are stated below or deny it. It was approved by the Plan Commission by an 8-0 to 1 abstention vote with the following conditions. Petitioner be subjected to the highway reports and MS4 coordinator reports, including the petitioner amend the outline plan to meet highway requested specifications for the roadway, including that the roadway meet the manual for construction within and adjacent to Monroe County right-of-way for the following: road width of 26 feet. The roadway approach to Harrodsburg Road needs to flare out in accordance with county design standards. The curb and gutter shall be used in the turnaround area. Replace the 6-foot sidewalk on the south side of the road with a 4-foot sidewalk and 2-foot grass strip. And that the turnaround design of the private road be approved by the Monroe Fire Protection District and the Monroe County Community School Corporation if they plan to send school buses into the development. So as I mentioned, this was given a positive recommendation and it was voted on November 16th, 2021. And if you have any questions, I will take those.
Great, thank you so much. Comments, questions, Commissioner Githens?
Given that the Plan Commission voted on this in November, are we up against a timeline for this?
You do, there is a 90-day timeline that we have to approve. So I can do that quick math real fast. Hold on.
It'd be in February sometime. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. 12. So February 9th, I apologize, would be pretty much the last date that you could have this go forward.
Thank you.
Comments, questions, Commissioner Jones?
Not at this time.
Okay. When did you want to hear this item on our regular session? Did you want an extra week or did you want to hear this next week? What would you like to do?
If that's a question towards me, I'm okay with either way. I'm flexible both weeks.
No, I don't hear you, Penny.
Sorry, I'm muted again. It doesn't matter to me either of those two.
Okay, same with Commissioner Jones. Okay. Well, I'm not going to be here, but why don't we go ahead and put, and I've already heard this, but so why don't we go ahead and put this on the agenda for January 12th? Does that work for everybody? Okay, great. Excellent. All right. Okay, anything else from planning or from any of the other department heads? Okay, great. Thank you so much for joining us today, Ms. Nestor-Jelen. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I don't see anyone else from staff items. So Ms. Purdy, is there anything else that we need to go over?
Nope.
Okay. Great. All right. I think then that we are all set and we are adjourned. Our next meeting is January 12th, 2022. Thanks, everyone.